Hello friends, welcome to OK Azure. In this video, we'll make use of Azure CLI in interactive mode and then we'll create a virtual machine. Alright, so first let's have a look at these steps. So first of all, we'll go and create a resource group. Then we'll create a virtual machine. After that, we'll try to access, we'll RDP to the VM and then in the end, we'll clean up the resources. Alright, that being said, let's begin the video. Now I'm going to start Azure CLI. So the command is azure interactive, hit enter. So this particular command will start the Azure CLI in interactive mode. Alright. Now first of all, let's log into the Azure portal. So the command is login and I'll pass my username, which is okjava dot z03 at the rate outlook.com. Now I have to pass the password. Hit enter. Okay, so I'm in now. Alright, now we need to go and create a resource group. So the command to create a resource group is group and then create. So if you want here, you can see an example as at group create. You need to pass the location and a resource group name. So I'll supply East US2 and resource group name is test RZ or 01. Let me hit enter. So now it says succeeded. So basically now we have a resource group created under my subscription. Alright, let me just clear. Now let's go and create a VM. So command is VM create. Now here also you can see some examples. It says as a VM create. You need to pass the resource group name, sorry VM name, then your group name and the image. Okay. So we'll follow the same structure, the default one. To create the VM, we'll pass the VM name. Let's call it test VM and then dash G to pass the group name. So our group name is test RZ01. Okay, and then we need to pass the image name. That image is basically your operating system that you want to install on your VM. So I'll go and select Windows. Let's go with the latest one, Windows 19 data center. Now as we are going to create a Windows based virtual machine, so we need to set up the user like admin account ID and password. But before that, let's go and select a VM size as well. Sorry, size. Okay, it's here. Now size, let me just type. We'll go with the standard underscore D4, sorry, D4, and then let's go with version 3. I'll select this one. Okay. Now we need to create a user account, right? So the command, or we need to supply the admin user. So it's here dash dash admin username. Let me just call it as Azure user. We need to supply the password. So let me put this one test password 01. Now the very important thing that we need to create a NSG security group, right? This one, second option. Now if you see here, it says NSG rule to create. When creating a new NSG, defaults to open ports for allowing RDP on Windows and allowing SSH on Linux, right? So we'll just go and select NSG rule. Now you see the options, there is none, one is RDP and one is SSH. So we are creating a Windows based machine, so we'll go and opt RDP. Alright, now let's hit enter. So this particular command should create a VM for us with the name test VM. It will take some time, maybe like 30 seconds or 40 seconds, but not more than that. So we'll wait for this to happen. Alright, now we have the VM ready. So here you can see the details. We need the public IP address so that we can RDP to this particular machine. So let me just run the command to fetch the public IP address. The command is double quote question mark means I'm going to run a query on the result set. What I want public IP address. Hit enter. Okay. So here is public IP address. Let me just copy this one because we need this particular IP address to RDP the machine. Okay. Now the next task is to open the ports. So we have a command to open the port. It says op VM, and now if you type here open port, right, is there. Just go and select open port. Now you can see the next option that we need to supply the port number. Let's go and select port. So basically I want to open 3389. We need this particular port to RDP a Windows machine. Then we need to supply the group name, resource group, which is test RZ01, and again we need to pass the virtual machine name, which is test VM. Okay, yeah, I think that's it to create. Now here also you can see open all ports, VM open port, resource group, VM name, and then port number. You can also supply the priority. Okay, so we'll see just in a moment. So let's go and hit the command. So this particular command will open port 3389, which will allow us to RDP the machine, right? So wait for this to happen. Okay, it's done. Now let's try out this option. Let's make use of priority. So what I will do is here I'll type the same command. VM open port. I'll take as it is, but this time we'll change the port number to 80, and let's go and specify the priority. So dash dash priority, and let's make it 100. All right. So we need port number 80, so that just to run the HTTPS request. Now let's go and verify whether we have a VM or not in the system under my subscription. So the command I will run that as add list, and okay, let me just go and pass the resource group test RZ01. I have already one, and I want the output in a tabular format. Sorry, dash O is the command, and then output should be in a table format. So you can see we have one virtual machine called test VM under my resource group test RZ01, and this is my VM location. Perfect, right? Now let's go and RDP the machine. So again, I'll go to Windows R, and then I'll type command mstsc. So here I need to pass the IP address. Okay, so which is here. I'll copy, I'll paste it here, connect. So I need to supply the username, which is Azure user. Now I'll put the password. Hopefully I'm putting the correct one. Let's click on OK. Perfect. So here you can see that we are going to access our virtual machine. All right. So here we are here. It is a brand new Windows machine. If I go and click here, I should see all the options which I can see on my local machine. Right. Now you can make use of this VM, this particular virtual machine for your purpose. You can convert this VM into a server, and then you can deploy your web applications. So now you can do whatever you want to do. All right, let's go back. So here we are done with the creation of VM. Now let's go and clean up the resources. So the command to delete the resources group, and then delete. So here you can see the syntax. An example: az group delete, and now you need to pass the group name. So I'll make use of dash n, and then resource group name is test RZ01. It is there, right? I can select, hit enter. Now it says, are you sure you want to perform this action? So yes, I will pass Y and then hit enter. So this particular command will delete the resource group and all the components which are there inside this particular resource group, including the virtual machine. All right, and this process will take 1 to 2 minutes actually. All right, so here we are done with the video. Thank you for watching and please do subscribe my channel.